you have this P substituted, para substituted. 47% इसमें आपके पास मेटा सब्स्टिट्यूट और 2% आपके पास that is the ortho substituted product.
Okay, sir, like a mixture. Okay.
You will get a mixture, no? In the presence of concentrated acids, the NH2 of aniline gets protonated and becomes NH3 positive, which is deactivating and meta-directing. Hence, nitration of aniline gives ortho, para as well as significant amount of meta nitroaniline, meta substituted product. Yeah, after this we'll write to get mono substituted, to get mono substituted single product acetylation is done, as we did it for bromine also. You'll start with aniline. You'll react this with acetic anhydride. CH3CO whole twice, oxygen atom. This is going to give you acetylated aniline, that is nitrogen atom. Nitrogen atom is having hydrogen, and it is also having C double bond O CH3. After that, you add HNO3 and H2SO4. This is going to give you everything as it is. The NH is as it is. The C double bond O CH3 is as it is. But you will get a para substituted NO2 group. Ortho substitution cannot take place because we have a hindered group here. After this, you just add water in the presence of acid or a base. You will get aniline. NH2, and here you will have NO2. So this is how you are going to produce a para substituted nitro group, nitroaniline. After this, you'll write the C reaction, which is sulfonation. Sulfonation. The sulfonation reaction occurs when you have aniline. You react this with concentrated H2SO4. First of all, there will be some salt produced, NH3 positive and HSO4 negative. Okay? Salt formation will be there, but if you heat it in large or high temperature, 453 to 473 Kelvin, you can just write heat here. Okay? You will get para substituted aniline. You'll have NH2 benzene ring and NH2 as it is. Benzene ring with NH2 as it is, and here you will have SO3H. Now this is sulfonilic acid, SO3H. Sulfonilic acid. The hydrogen of SO3H, it is acidic hydrogen, है ना? जो कि आपका sulfonic acid जो होता है, sulfonic acid वाला है ये. So this hydrogen is acidic, and this nitrogen atom is what it is? Basic, because it has lone pair electron. So exchange of proton happens. We call it proton transfer. Proton goes from the acidic part to the basic part, and you get NH3 positive and SO3 negative. ठीक है? NH3 positive and SO3 negative. Now the compounds which have a single compound, it has positive as well as a negative charge. ऐसे compounds को क्या बोलते हैं? They are these ions are known as Zwitter ion. Zwitter ion. है ना, जो कि आप लोगों ने अमीनो एसिड्स में भी देखा होगा, ज्विटर आयन होता है, राइट? अमीनो एसिड, द एसिड इज व्हाट हैविंग हाइड्रोजन व्हिच इज एसिडिक, नाइट्रोजन हैज लोन पेयर, तो वहां पे एक्सचेंज ऑफ प्रोटॉन होता है एंड वी गेट अ ज्विटर आयन. तो सेम, द सेम क्लास ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल इज दिस आल्सो. सल्फोनिलिक एसिड इज आल्सो अ ज्विटर आयन. इट एग्जिस्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ज्विटर आयन. प्लीज राइट दिस डाउन. After this, you will write a note. Aniline does not show. Friedel-Crafts reaction due to the formation of salt with the Lewis acid AlCl3. ठीक है, Lewis acid AlCl3. Due to this, the nitrogen gains a positive charge and acts as strong deactivating group. Strong deactivating group. Hence, do not react. Further. So basically, you have benzene ring with NH2 group. Lone pair is here, and you have AlCl3, right? So this AlCl3, it is what? It is not having its complete octet. 3 bonds are there, so 6 electrons. That means electron deficient. So it attaches onto this nitrogen's lone pair. It forms a salt. which is something like this. Nitrogen NH2 as it is, and it is having a bond with AlCl3, in which nitrogen is having a positive charge. Aluminium atom is going to have a negative charge because nitrogen is giving electron, aluminium is taking electron. Okay? And because it is having a positive charge now, it is going to pull electron density from the benzene ring, making it deactivating. And it is deactivating, that is why it cannot further react. Further, it cannot attack on an electrophile. If इसका electrophile में attack करना क्या हो जाता है? It is very difficult. Why? Because the benzene ring, it is not having adequate amount of electron density. So write this down. Done, everyone? Raise your hand once you're done, guys. Waiting for Aliza, Fia, Mir, and Fadil. Waiting for Ali. Okay, waiting for Aliza and Fadil. Just waiting for Aliza now. Okay. Please write diazonium salts. So the last topic of this chapter. Diazonium salts. Now, diazonium salts, they have a general structure, that is R, nitrogen that has triple bond with another nitrogen atom. This nitrogen, which is having 4 bonds, it has a positive charge, which is countered by a X negative. There is some anion, a counter anion. Now this X negative, these are generally halides, mainly chlorides, bromides, but it can also be HSO4 negative, can also be BF4 negative, right? Any anion it can be there, right? But most of the time you will see chlorides and bromides. When we talk about diazonium salts, what we mean is we have either a benzene diazonium chloride or a benzene diazonium bromide. Now this R, when we talk about R, it is alkyl or it can be aryl also. Both of these are diazonium salts, but the alkyl is very unstable and it reacts with moisture, the presence of water with a bit of heat, even at room temperature, and it gives alcohol. Okay, so you will write here first point, alkyl diazonium salt, alkyl diazonium salt are highly unstable, and they react with moisture. They react with moisture to give alcohol.
Sir, R is equal to alkyl or
Oh, sorry, aryl, my bad. Thank you, Fia. Thank you very much. Aryl. Aryl मतलब बेंजीन वाला है ना, बेंजीन और बेंजीन डेरिवेटिव.
yes, sir.
After that, you will write aryl diazonium salt. Aryl diazonium salt are stable at low temperature due to resonance. Right, next, method of preparation. There is only one method of preparation, which is known as diazotization. Diazotization of amines. Diazotization of amines. अमीन्स में आपके पास दोनों आ सकते हैं, अल्काइल भी आ सकते हैं और एनिलीन भी आ सकता है ना. हम लोग लेकिन क्या देखेंगे, एनिलीन का देखेंगे. NH2 because it is going to give you aryl diazonium salt which are stable, है ना, which are stable. Now aniline, that is NH2, it reacts with sodium nitrite plus HCl in the presence of low temperature 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. It is going to give you benzene diazonium chloride. Plus it gives NaCl and water. These are not important for us. For us, what is important? This molecule, which is benzene diazonium chloride, which will be referred to BDC in the rest of the section, है ना, अगर हमने कहीं पे BDC लिखा तो. This is the only method of preparation. ठीक है, जैसा कि हमने यहाँ पे देखिए कहा था कि आपके पास Br नेगेटिव भी हो सकता है, तो फॉर इंस्टेड ऑफ HCl you will use HBr. If you use H2SO4 तो X की जगह HSO4 नेगेटिव होगा. If you are using HBF4 देन यहाँ पे आपके पास X की जगह क्या होगा, BF4 नेगेटिव होगा. बट बस ये ध्यान में रखिएगा, लिखने की आपको जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है. Most of the time you are going to see what, benzene diazonium chloride only, है ना. बेंजीन में E छूट गया, E लिखिएगा benzene. After this you will write chemical properties or chemical reaction of BDC. Chemical reaction of benzene diazonium chloride. केमिकल रिएक्शन ऑफ बेंजीन डाइसोनियम क्लोराइड, है ना? ध्यान से देखिएगा. So if you have benzene diazonium chloride, benzene ring, N2 positive, Cl negative. बेंजीन की जगह ना AR भी लिखा रह सकता है ना. AR का मतलब होता है अराइल. नाउ इफ इट रिएक्ट्स विथ, अच्छा एक सेकंड गाइस, एक सेकंड, आपने लिखना नहीं चालू किया, आई होप. राइट, तो पहला रिएक्शन है ना, इट इज नोन एज सैंडमेयर रिएक्शन. राइट, द फर्स्ट रिएक्शन दैट इट इज गोइंग टू शो, इट इज नोन एज सैंडमेयर reaction. We have seen this reaction in haloalkane halorenes also. So benzene diazonium chloride, it reacts with, क्या क्या से react कर सकता है? There are three reagents with which it can react. एक तो हो गया आपके पास cuprous chloride, Cu2Cl2 in the presence of HCl. ठीक है, cuprous chloride लिख देते हैं हम इसको, cuprous chloride. ठीक है, in the presence of HCl. What will happen here? The disonium salt, the disonium part will be replaced by chlorine. A similar reaction occurs when you react it with cuprous bromide. अब देखिए cuprous bromide को ना CuBr भी लिखा जा सकता है, because Cu2Cl2 Cu2Br2, you take the two common and you will get what? CuBr. CuBr अगर आ जाए तो आप लोग घबराइएगा, ठीक है? In the presence of HBr, this is going to give you bromobenzene. Another reaction is if you can have cuprous cyanide, CuCN, in the presence of KCN. This is going to give you benzene nitrile. All of these reactions are known as Sandmeyer reaction. Another similar type of reaction is known as Gattermann reaction. Please remember, this is not only Gattermann reaction. Gattermann reaction. Double N, huh? Gattermann reaction. Now what happens in Gattermann reaction? We have benzene disonium chloride. N2 positive, Cl negative. You need to treat this with copper in the presence of HC. This is going to give you Cl, and copper in the presence of HBr. This is going to give you bromobenzene. These two reactions are known as Gattermann reaction. After this, you will write other substitution reactions. या फिर एक काम कीजिए, लिखिए इस तरह से, other substitution of diazonium group, of diazonium group. So there are 5 more reactions. लिखिएगा मत ना, आई प्लीज डोंट राइट इट नाउ. इसको बड़ा किया जा सकता है। ठीक है, चलिए। Now, what are the reagents that we can use? You can use Ki. When you use Ki, the benzene ring remains same. The diazonium group, it is replaced by iodine. ठीक है, चलो हो गया। इसके बाद नेक्स्ट यू आर गोइंग टू राइट, अगला लिखिएगा पानी, H2O। ठीक है, व्हेन यू आर यूजिंग वाटर। नाउ ऑल्सो रिमेंबर, कहीं कहीं पे ना आपको थोड़ा सा क्या करना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा सा आपको हीट देना पड़ सकता है ना। समटाइम्स यू हैव टू हीट इट ऑल्सो, बट जनरली वो हीट ना लिखा नहीं जाता। जैसे कि पानी के केस में यू हैव टू कीप अ टेम्परेचर ऑफ 283 केल्विन। अब 283 केल्विन तो आपको आराम से टेम्परेचर मिल जाएगा, बिकॉज द नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर इज 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस विच करस्पॉन्ड्स टू 298 केल्विन। ठीक है, तो हीट कहीं कहीं पे दिया रहेगा तो आपको घबराइएगा मत, उसमें कुछ चेंज नहीं होने वाला है। यू विल हैव बेंजीन रिंग एंड द डाइजोनियम ग्रुप विल बी रिप्लेस्ड बाय OH। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट वी हैव, देयर आर टू रिएजेंट्स दैट यू कैन यूज। आप क्या यूज कर सकते हैं, H2O प्लस H3PO2, और यू कैन ओनली यूज इथेनॉल, CH3CH2OH। If you use any one of them, you will get benzene ring। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे रिप्लेसमेंट किससे हो रहा है, यू कैन सी दैट इफ यू आर गोइंग टू रिमूव N2 पॉजिटिव एंड Cl नेगेटिव, तो ये कहाँ पे खाली हो जाएगा ना, इट विल नॉट बी वेकेंट, इट इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय अ हाइड्रोजन एटम हियर। डोंट राइट द हाइड्रोजन एटम, बट यू शुड नो दैट इट इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय हाइड्रोजन एटम। देन नेक्स्ट वी हैव, you first of all add HbF4, HbF4, then what happens, you get a disonium salt itself, that is N2 positive, and you get BF4 negative. When you further heat it, it transforms to fluorobenzene। ठीक है, now one more reaction is when you have first step में HbF4 as it is, as before, and the second step you add NaNO2 in the presence of copper and heat. In this case, the disonium group, it is replaced by NO2, you get nitrobenzene। ठीक है, so these are the 5 reactions, 5 other substitution। एक तो हो गया आपके पास सैंडवेयर जिसमें 3 है, गैटरमैन जिसमें आपके पास 2 है, देन यू हैव 5 मोर। Raise your hand once you're done, guys। अच्छा, एक सेकंड में, एक सेकंड, यहाँ पे ना एक और चीज लिखते रहिएगा, आप लोग को शायद याद रहे तो ज्यादा अच्छे से। यू राइट इट लाइक दिस, क्या लिखिएगा इसमें, डाइजोनियम ग्रुप इट इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय iodine, replaced by OH, replaced by hydrogen, replaced by fluorine, and replaced by NO2। Waiting for Aliza, Rachita, Safia, and Fadil. Everyone is done. Right, next. दो reactions और है बस डाइसोनियम के. That are known as coupling reactions. The fourth type of reaction that we have for diazonium salt is known as coupling reaction. Now, in this, you react the diazonium salt. यहाँ से बनाते हैं यार. It is not taking shape. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Okay, you have N2 positive, Cl negative. ठीक है. Similarly, you take phenol. You have benzene ring. Instead of N2 positive, Cl negative, we have what here? We have phenol. ठीक है. OH है आपके पास. Now, this OH is going to have para position में इसके पास क्या होगा? Hydrogen होगा. Now, this para hydrogen, it is reacting with the Cl negative. इन दोनों के बीच में क्या हो जाता है? There is a bond formation. ठीक है. And when the bond forms, after that you get a product which looks like this. When you use phenol, it is done in acidic condition, H plus. You have the benzene ring as it is from diazonium salt. The N2 is as it is, nitrogen with the double bond nitrogen, and this nitrogen is further bonded with another benzene ring, इस तरह से. And the OH is as it is. ठीक है, तो बस HCl निकल रहा है यहाँ से. Now this is known as, this is orange. This is orange in color, and it is also used as dyes. ठीक है, dyes की तरह इसको यूज किया जाता है.
Sir, can you explain me the last that nitrogen is bonded to the benzene, that is bonded to?
OH, my bad. Erase हो गया था. ठीक है, इसका नाम क्या होगा? इफ यू वांट टू राइट द नेम, दिस इज पी हाइड्रोक्सी एजोबेंजीन. ठीक है, इसको लिख लीजिए यहाँ पे. दिस इज पी हाइड्रोक्सी azobenzene. This is first reaction. Second reaction is very similar reaction, but it is with aniline. Give me a second. You have N2 positive, Cl negative. Instead of OH, you have here NH2. ठीक है. Now, since aniline, it is basic. This is done in OH negative, that is basic condition. Or यहाँ पे instead of OH, you will have NH2 as it is. And this is yellow in color. इसका नाम भी चेंज हो जाएगा. This is known as, when तो क्या बोलेंगे इसको, पी अमीनो आइसोबेंजीन। Done everyone? Raise your hand if you're done, guys. Just waiting for Safia now. Now let us look at a very important conversion. ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिए जरा. How will you convert 4-nitrotoluene to 2-bromobenzoic acid? ठीक है, काफी important है. You will also way more important than this question is the approach that we are going to understand whenever we are doing conversions. See here. So whenever they ask you to convert something to something, you'll first of all make the structures. So you'll start with 4-nitrotoluene. So what is toluene? It is benzene ring with a CH3 group. You have benzene ring with a CH3 group. And the fourth position, this is the first position, second position, third position, fourth position, you have nitro. You're going to convert it to 2-bromobenzoic acid. So benzoic acid is COOH and bromo is Br in the ortho position, second position is 1, 2. 2-bromobenzoic acid. Now, there are many things happening here. So, you identify. This is one of the tough problems. ठीक है ना? So, what you have to identify first of all? See, the number of carbon atoms are same. So, हम ये कह सकते हैं CH3 is getting converted to COOH. Then, another thing that is happening. Is Br at ortho position. ठीक है? And we are removing NO2. NO2 has to go. So these things are happening in this particular conversion. Now, first of all, it is very easy to add bromine because CH3, it is a plus M group which is going to add bromine at the ortho position. Para position क्योंकि available है नहीं, ठीक है? So NO2 को पहले मत remove कीजिएगा because whenever you are going to add bromination, because in order to add bromine in the benzene ring, हमें एक ही तरीका जाना है, that is what with the help of aromatic substitution reaction. So we have plus M group here which is going to give you ortho position Br और NO2 group है आपके पास which is minus M. it is going to give you meta product. So meta of NO2 is still the same this position. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं, हियर वी आर गोइंग टू ऐड ब्रोमीन. हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू ऐड ब्रोमीन? ब्रोमिनेशन होता है Br2 in the presence of a no FeBr3. This is going to give you benzene ring as it is, the CH3 group as it is, the NO2 as it is, and there will be a bromine added to the molecule. ठीक है, यहां तक हो गया. देन नेक्स्ट, अब आपके पास क्या करना है, आइदर व्हाट यू कैन डू, दो चीजें हो रही हैं यहाँ पे. यू कैन फॉर्म, आप क्या कर सकते हैं, आप या तो NO2 को रिमूव कर दीजिए, या तो CH3 को कन्वर्ट कर लीजिए. तो NO2 को रिमूव कर सकते हैं. व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू, यू आर गोइंग टू ऐड हियर NO2 को NH2 बनाइए. हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू डू इट? SN in the presence of HCl or Fe in the presence of HCl, you will convert it to aniline. Not good. Benzene ring, CH3 as it is, the Br as it is. The reaction is happening at NO2, it is getting converted to NH2. After NH2, you will convert the NH2 to diazonium salt. Using what? Using NaNO2 and HCl. Br as it is, N2 positive, Cl negative. Once you have added this, you will add ETOH. ETOH is ethanol. It is ethanol. This will remove the benzene ring. Benzene ring border, sorry. It is going to remove the diazonium group. CH3 and Br is as it is. ठीक है? ETOH replace benzene diazonium group, sorry, diazonium group with hydrogen. अब इसके बाद आपको क्या करना है? There is last step. ये सारी चीजें हो रही थी, इनको हम बीच में रखते हैं. In order to make टॉलुइन से बेंजोइक एसिड बनाना है, तो KMnO4 इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ KOH. ठीक है, दिस इज फ्रॉम द मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड. This is one of the long conversions. Please copy this down. Raise your hand, everyone, once you're done. Waiting for Aliza, Fia, and Safia. So see, organic chemistry portion is over by this conversion. जो आपके पास जो थ्योरी जो जानी थी, थ्योरी आपके पास अब पहुंच गई है ना. नाउ व्हाट यू नीड टू डू नाउ is you need to start making short notes. Now, सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना है? You have to prepare method of preparation of 1 page. Method of preparation of haloalkane and halorine. Then you will make method of preparation of alcohol, phenol, ether. Method of preparation of aldehyde, ketone. Method of preparation of carboxylic acid. Then method of preparation of amines. ठीक है. अब इसके बाद next thing that you need to do is देखिए 1 पेज 2 पेज 3 4 5 पेज है ना, 5 6 पेज मान लीजिए. 6 pages chemical reactions of haloalkane and halorine, chemical reactions of alcohol phenol ether, chemical reactions of aldehyde and ketones, chemical reactions of carboxylic acid, and 10th page will be chemical reactions of amines. ठीक है. उसके बाद एक chemical reactions of benzene डाइजोनियम क्लोराइड, 1 पेज में यह. सो मान लीजिए 11 पेज, डबल कर लीजिए इसको आप. ठीक है. आपको लग रहा नहीं हो पाएगा, डबल कर लीजिए 22 पेजेस. ठीक है. लेट्स सपोज यू आर हैविंग 22 pages ऑफ दिस मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन. तो सारे केमिकल रिएक्शंस तो यहीं पे आ गए. ऑल द केमिकल रिएक्शंस व्हिच आर पॉसिबल यू हैव इट इन वन शीट. मतलब नॉट वन शीट, इन 22 pages ऑल द केमिकल रिएक्शंस आर ओवर. अब उसके बाद जो आपको अगली चीज करनी है, देखिए ये हम ना आपको रिवाइज करने का तरीका बता रहे हैं. ठीक है. दीज पेजेस आर नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. अगर ये पेजेस आपको बनने के बाद इनका कोई काम होता, ठीक है, रियली आई एम नॉट सेइंग ये आपको बनाना है इस वजह से ताकि आप एग्जाम से पहले 1 पेज देख लीजिए, वो काम है. बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन आई वुड से, द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन ऑफ दीज पेजेस इज दैट यू आर मेकिंग दीज पेजेस. ठीक है. जब आप बना रहे होंगे तभी इन पेजेस का काम है. ये पेजेस बनाना ही आपके लिए बस काम है, इसके बाद इनका कोई काम नहीं. ठीक है. जो मेजर रोल जो है ना इन पेजेस का कब है? फिया बोलेगी क्या हिंदी में प्रवचन चालू कर दिया सर ने. सॉरी फिया, just to say things in English, these pages are useful while you are making them. Once you have made these pages, they are not very useful. है ना? Trust me, you are not going to look back at these things many times. बहुत बार नहीं देखेंगे आप, है ना? So these pages are of importance while you are making them. You will be knowing all the reactions once you make it. This is how you are going to revise for the reactions. Now, if you see any paper of chemistry or organic chemistry, you don't see only reactions. Even if you look at the NCERT exercises, there also you will not see you have only reactions. There are many questions which are conceptual theoretical. Those are why type of questions, give reason type of questions. Okay? Now, for that, what you are going to do, you are going to make a sheet. You'll be taking a sheet like this. You will divide the sheet into 2 parts as a line say. Okay? Then you are going to write the first chapter's name. Let me just increase the size and tell you very properly. ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिए जरा. Chapter 1, that is haloalkane, haloarine. ठीक है. This is chapter number 1. First question, you go to the notes. जो हम एक second. I think we did this in दिस इज द अल्कोहल फेनॉल ईथर। इसमें क्या है? इसमें also अल्कोहल फेनॉल ईथर। क्या हो गया भाई? ठीक है, we did this in एक्स्ट्रा क्लासेस ना फॉर द बैकअप, 12th बैकअप एल्केन हैलोरीन। ठीक है, आप यहाँ पे आए, ये सारी चीजें आपने पढ़ी पढ़ी, जो आपको आपने लिखा है यहाँ पे। आपको कोई वाइट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा, आपको वाइट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन मिलेगा यहाँ से। आइसोमर्स, मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन यूजिंग अल्कोहल। ठीक है, देखिए, why is the usage of thionyl chloride with alcohols a preferred method of preparation of alkyl halides? You are going to only write this question। ठीक है, फिर आप आगे आए, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू राइट द आंसर, आंसर आपको याद होना चाहिए। ठीक है, यूजिंग हैलो एसिड्स, फला 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 आपने पढ़ा, ठीक है फाइन। देन यूजिंग NaBr, दिस थिंग इज देयर। देन यू सी द नोट, KI or NaI is not used with H2SO4 for the preparation of alkyl halides। Why? नहीं, यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन मार्क आ जाएगा, दिस इज द रीजन। देन another, to avoid this, mild oxidizing agent such as H3PO4 is used। ठीक है, so why is H3PO4 used instead of H2SO4? Same reason, you will write the question। ठीक है, then the above method of preparation cannot be used with phenols to form halorine because देखिए, when I was teaching this haloalkane halorine, that time also I was talking about these terms, तभी तो because में underline किया हुआ है हमने कि these are what y type of questions यहाँ से आएंगे। आप स्टैंडर्ड फिफ्थ सिक्स के बच्चे तो नहीं है ना, जो हम सारे जो भी क्वेश्चंस अवेलेबल, आई विल राइट क्वेश्चन देन आंसर, क्वेश्चन देन आंसर। नाउ यू हैव टू एक्सट्रैक्ट द आंसर्स फ्रॉम द नोट्स, and the way to do this, not all the questions will be available in the NCERT as questions। ठीक है, ध्यान रखिएगा इस चीज का। So when you are reading the notes, you should be able to extract questions from the notes also। हाँ क्या? ठीक है, ठीक है। सो पहला क्वेश्चन, YaCl2, छोटा लिख लीजिए, क्रक्स वर्ड है ना, YaCl2, बात समझ में आ रही है? Then we can also write haloarine cannot be made from phenol। Why? Because the OHCO bond in phenol is having partial double bond character and it is difficult to break। So you write all the Y type of questions which are possible for haloalkane halorine। फिर उसके बाद सेकेंड चैप्टर आ जाएगा आपके पास, अल्कोहल फिनॉल ईथर्स। haloalkane halorine, it has a lot of Y type of questions। ठीक है, haloalkane halorine, सॉरी अल्कोहल फिनॉल ईथर आ गया। फिर उसके बाद एल्डिहाइड कीटोन्स। बात समझ में आ रही है? ये सोनो प्लीज समझ में गई, फादिल, अलीजा, डेबोरा, फिया, रजिता एंड सफिया। बात समझ में आ रही है? टेल मी गाइस, यस और नो?
Sir, we have to
Yes,
write the
sir.
possible questions from the chapter.
You have to write what, Fia?
Possible questions from that chapter.
Yes, yes, correct, exactly। You don't have to go to any other text। ठीक है, you have to no, you have not to go, you don't have to go to any other text, you have to go to the notes। और वहीं से आपको because, due to, as, hence, therefore, you have to look for these words। wherever there is an explanation, there will be a y type of question hidden in that explanation। ठीक है, you have to do this। now why I am saying this, देखिए revision, I know all of you guys are going to spend some time on revision। ठीक है, बस आपका रिविजन फ्रूटफुल हो। it should not be like you are reading just it, you're just reading it। when you will be working on that na, when you will be working on that material, then your brain will register it for a very longer time। ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिएगा। नाउ एक और चीज, थोड़ा ना इसको सोचिए इस बारे में। ठीक है, प्लीज ट्रस्ट मी ऑन दिस, आई एम ट्राइंग टू कन्विंस यू गाइस। ठीक है, सोचिए इस बारे में। you have some dried clothes hanging in the that clothes line। you pick it up one by one, you roll it, make a ball, put it inside the, you make a like roll and like a ball and put it inside the almirah or your cupboard। Fine, this is one scenario, first scenario। second scenario, you pick the clothes up one by one, you folded it, and then you kept it in your cupboard or your almirah very properly in certain places। ठीक है, and you kept it organized। in which case, what clothes are washed? first case या second case, कहाँ आपको ज्यादा याद रहेगा? At which clothes are washed? Tell me guys, where you have organized it or where you have disorganized it? Tell me, what is the higher probability? Where will you remember it more? where you made a roll, where you made a ball and kept it in the cupboard, or where you folded it and kept it properly in the cupboard? In which case will you remember? क्या टफ सवाल पूछ दिया क्या हमने? ऑर्गेनाइज वाले में ना, ठीक है। तो द मोर यू और देखिए, देर इज नो डिफरेंस, ये भी जिंदगी है आपकी, लाइक दिस इज ऑल्सो योर लाइफ, एंड picking clothes is also your life. When you are picking clothes, when you are folding it, and when you are trying to remember which clothes are washed, your brain is working. The same brain is working when you are trying to remember the answers for chemistry questions. Okay? It is not some different brain. Please try to understand that. So if you're going to organize things, if you're going to work on it for a longer time, okay? If you're going to work on it for a longer time, if you're going to organize it, keep it properly, keep it in certain places, then your mind will be able to remember it for a longer time. ठीक है? इस चीज पे प्लीज देखिए, ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, इफ यू हैव टू be confident, be comfortable in organic chemistry, this is the way. There's no other way. ठीक है? There are other ways. Sorry, my bad. मतलब मेरा ही तरीका है क्या? There are other ways, but according to me, this is the most efficient way of using your or utilizing your time. You are going to read a note 10 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. ठीक है? Trying to remember the reaction, Schwarz reaction, Finkelstein reactions, Kolbe's reaction. No need to do that. Keep it in a proper place according to chapters name that I will teach you. Like for name reaction, how you have to do name reaction. So this is what you are going to do. Y type of questions, but it is what it is according to the chapter's name. Now, once you have all the Y type of questions now in a single page or 2 pages, then you will see there are certain, you will get a pattern. Like when they, as soon as there is something related to benzene ring, then you have resonance, partial double bond type of criteria are there. Okay? Whenever you are having something related to carbocation, stability is there. So try to understand those patterns. Okay? Now, this is completely optional, but it is going to help you once you have made all of these. Then you don't have to remember it for each question what is the answer. You will not have to remember that. When you have a pattern in your brain, okay, whenever we have haloarine, whenever we have phenol, whenever we have something related to benzene, I have to think in the direction of resonance, partial double bond character, all of these things. Okay? So this will only happen, your pattern कैसे बनेगा? I cannot give you pattern, no. Pattern आपके दिमाग में खुद से बनता है. I cannot serve it for you. So you make this Y type of question sequence, then your answers will be there in your notes and then in your brain directly, nowhere else. You don't have to keep the answers anywhere else. It will be in this sheet. If you're having problem, why are we using SOCl2? I don't remember. Then you will go back to your notes and find where is SOCl2 and then you will understand it. Okay? This is how you are going to use this particular sheet. This is regarding what? This is regarding the Y. So now you have 11 pages. Now 12 pages added. 12, 13, जो भी बोल दीजिए आप, ठीक? 12th section हम बोल दे रहे हैं. That is what it is going to be. Y type of questions. Why, give reason, explain. ठीक है? These type of questions are there. Now, next sheet that you have to make is regarding name reactions. It will be a very similar sheet. Okay? You'll have the next sheet is name reaction. In name reaction, you will classify haloalkane, halorine, then a Schwarz reaction. And then you will write in bracket MOP. That means Schwarz reaction is there in the method of preparation. You are not going to write the reaction. You are only going to write the name of reaction. You don't have, see, you don't have to write something twice. Okay? Because as soon as you see Schwarz reaction, you will see the reaction. आपका दिमाग काम ही नहीं करेगा. You have to force your brain to register things. Fine. Schwarz reaction, as soon as you listen to Schwarz reaction, you will try to remember. You don't remember, that's another matter. You will try to remember it. If you don't remember it, then you see, okay, fine, it is in the methods of preparation. Then still you try once more. If Schwarz reaction is in method of preparation, then in the product you will either have haloalkane or you will have haloarine. Because it is in the method of preparation of haloalkane, halorine, then I know for sure that the alkene of halorine. So this is one of the benefits, advantages of remembering name reaction according to the chapter's name. You either know the product or you know the starting material. Fine. For example, let us suppose in alcohol we have coal-based reaction, right? We have coal-based reaction. So if you have coal-based reaction and chemical properties you have written, or chemical reactions, that means coal-based reaction, in this the reactant will be alcohol or phenol. So you have some idea, you have some cues, है ना? If you want to remember something, ना कभी कभी ऐसा होता है, like you are looking at the face of someone but you are not getting the name. You can't get the name really. कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा आपको. You know the person you have met, but you don't. You remember, you have the name in your brain, but it is not coming in your mouth. So if someone just gives you the first letter, that Q is enough. Q मतलब CUE. Q है ना? That Q is enough for you to remember the complete name. Similarly, sometimes what will happen, you will see this. Once you do these things, then only you will be able to experience these things in the studies also. If you just remember that what is the reactant, maybe you remember the whole reactions. Your brain will start working, okay, fine. Here is the reaction. Okay? So what you need to do for name reaction also, you will write haloalkyl halorine, A, Swartz reaction, method of preparation. B, Finkelstein reaction, method of preparation. Sandmeyer reaction, method. You will classify all of these things according to method of preparation or chemical properties. You are not going to write the reaction. You will just write the name of reaction. And whenever you see this sheet, you will try to remember it. If you don't remember it, you will go to the method of preparation of haloalkyl halorine, and then you will search for Swartz reaction. Fine. This type of work that you are doing, this will help you in remembering things. Okay? The other way of remembering, everyone knows, madrasa wala, बैठ के आप लोग रटिए. Swartz reaction when alkyl halide, when alkyl chloride or alkyl bromide, when it reacts with. ठीक है, ऐसे करके आप लोग पढ़ते रहिए. ठीक है, that is another way. Or you can use some of your time, some of your brain in order to remember it. See, this is one thing, that is name reaction. So you will have one sheet of what? 13th is name reaction. 13th is name reaction. You'll have one sheet for name reactions. Then the next sheet that you're having is for chemical tests. Whatever chemical test I have discussed in each chapter, you will write the chemical test. For example, in haloalkene, halorine. No, for chemical test, you will write each and everything. ठीक है? Chemical test में आपको सारी चीजें नहीं, because बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है. You have a Lucas test. ठीक है? Used. You will first of all you write used for distinction of what is the reagent. Reagent is anhydrous AlCl3. So you will arrange it, है ना? Lucas reagent में जो भी चीजें हैं उसको छोटा करके बस लिखने की कोशिश कीजिएगा. Fine. After chemical tests, you'll have one or two sheets of what? 14th is chemical tests. अब ये जो 3 sheets है ना, Y type of questions, name reaction, chemical test. If organic chemistry को हम मान ले 100%, ठीक है, 100 marks का, then 50 marks आपके यहीं से आएंगे. These 3. Y, name reaction, chemical test से 50% questions cover हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, these 3 are most important sheets for your organic chemistry preparation. अब बचा क्या है आपके पास? बचा है आपके पास ऑर्डर. ऑर्डर ऑफ सम प्रॉपर्टी, बॉइलिंग पॉइंट, मेल्टिंग पॉइंट, ठीक है, एंड देन रिएक्टिविटी वगैरह वगैरह. ठीक है, ऑर्डर्स के बारे में थोड़ा सा आप लोग लिख लीजिएगा ओवरऑल करके. ठीक है, ऑर्डर्स के बारे में हम एक बार ना बता देंगे आप लोग को, नॉट राइट नाउ, बट आई विल टेल यू गाइस इन द रिवीजन क्लासेस. ठीक है, ऑर्डर के बारे में. अनदर शीट यू विल मेक इज फॉर मैकेनिज्म. मैकेनिज्म haloalkene halorine में हमने क्या पढ़ा? SN1 पढ़ा, SN2 पढ़ा. What are the properties? You will write it down. And alcohol, phenol, ether, we talked about hydration of ethene. Then we talked about dehydration of ethanol. All of these mechanisms are asked in the previous year question paper. For mechanism, what I will suggest, is to refer NCERT. For this, you will have to refer NCERT because जो NCERT में mechanisms है exactly वही पूछा जाता है. What you will see in the notes, I have written some extra mechanisms also. For example, NCERT में दिया हुआ है hydration of ethene, CH2 double bond CH2. I have taught you guys the hydration of propene because यहाँ पे दो प्रोडक्ट मिल सकते हैं आपको. OH या तो यहाँ लगेगा in the secondary carbon or it will add in the primary carbon. ठीक है? So to show you the difference, why it is happening, stability of carbonate, etc. Right? So refer NCERT in the case of mechanism. ठीक. अब इसके बाद आपके पास now this is what mechanism, chemical test. Then you have 15th is order, arrange the following. अरेंज द फॉलोइंग का एक और तरीका ये है कि अरेंज द फॉलोइंग में जो भी सवाल हैलोजन हैलोजन में उस पर एक बार लिख लो, सारे अरेंज द फॉलोइंग वाले सवाल एक साथ आ जाए. ठीक है. 16th इज मैकेनिज्म एज आई सेड. देन next thing what you are going to do, you are going to write all the A to B to C to D type of reactions. If you look at NCERT, for this also you have to refer to NCERT. ठीक है. NCERT back exercises you will see amines में आपको बहुत सारे मिल जाएंगे. एल्डिहाइड कीटोन कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड में, फेनॉल्स में आपको बहुत सारे. हैलोजन में हैलोजन में उतने ज्यादा नहीं है. आपको स्टार्टिंग मटेरियल दिया रहेगा, देयर विल बी सम रिएजेंट गिवन, देन दे विल आस्क क्या बनेगा, देन रिएजेंट 2 देन क्या बनेगा, देन रिएजेंट 3 देन क्या बनेगा. ठीक है. देन यू विल राइट ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स, यू विल राइट इन वन पेज. इसको बोलते हैं रिएक्शन सीक्वेंस. 17th is reaction sequence. फाइन, रिएक्शन सीक्वेंस. अब इसके बाद आपका काम क्या बचता है? 18th is conversions. ठीक है. कन्वर्जन इज द लास्ट स्टेप. ठीक है. कन्वर्जन लास्ट स्टेप इन द टर्म्स ऑफ रिएक्शंस. याद करने के इसमें कन्वर्जन आप तभी कर पाएंगे जब आपके ये सारे ऊपर वाले चीज जो है ना, ये जब कंप्लीट हो जाए सारे के सारे, तब आप कन्वर्जन कीजिएगा. बिकॉज फॉर कन्वर्जन यू शुड हैव मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन की शीट, सब सारी शीट आपके पास होनी चाहिए. देन इट विल बी इजियर फॉर यू गाइस. एंड वंस यू हैव मेड दीस शीट्स, तब तक या तो शीट आपके पास रहेगा, एंड वन मोर थिंग विल बी देयर कि आपको याद भी हो जाएंगे बहुत सारे रिएक्शंस. एंड देन वंस यू आर डन विद द रिएक्शन सीक्वेंस, देन यू नो हाउ टू गो फ्रॉम ए टू ई. बिकॉज आपने बी भी देख लिया, सी भी देख लिया, डी भी देख लिया, right? So you know what are the reagents to go from A to E also. So many a times this A to E is what convert A to E. So you know what is the BCD once you have done the reaction sequence. Fine. Now, am I missing something? हाँ ठीक है. एक और चीज, that is my मतलब वो हमको करना है. You must have seen questions in NCERT. An organic compound with formula C6 C7H8O, it reacts with this and gives this, but it does not react with iodo, but it does not give positive iodoform test. है ना, बड़ा सा ऐसा 5-6 लाइन का सवाल होता है. ठीक है. तो इनको कराना मेरी जिम्मेदारी. इन द रिवीजन क्लासेस आई विल टेक अ सेपरेट क्लास जिसमें आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग ऑल ऑफ दीज टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है. चलिए भाई साहब, बच्चे ही कम हो गए, बच्चों को समझ नहीं है. फाइन. ठीक है. दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे एंड वी आर गोइंग टू मीट ऑन Wednesday now. अब बताइए आप लोग. अच्छा, डीएनएफ ब्लॉक हो जाए ना सब तो. सो विल स्टार्ट डीएनएफ ब्लॉक इन व्हाट ऑन Wednesday. D and F block elements. Fine. We will start D and F block elements, which will be our last chapter. ठीक है. चलिए. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. Assalamu alaikum. And guys, listen, after 7 minutes, can you see if there is a test activated assessment in the Learnivio app?